It is my pleasure now to introduce Brian Sharkey, who's the president of the AOH here in Long Beach, and a very influential person. Let's give it up for Brian Sharkey! And Brian, first of all, welcome back to the show. I know we had you on back when we did the Irish Festival, but welcome back to the show, and I am sure over the next few days you're going to be a very busy man. What is on your agenda as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
First of all, Howie, I want to thank you for having me back. In case everybody doesn't know what the AOH is, we're the Ancient Order Hibernians. We're America's oldest Catholic Irish-American fraternity organization. We're dedicated to the principles of friendship, unity, and Christian charity. Here down in Long Beach, we sponsor charitable activities, provide educational scholarships, and participate in many activities in support of our Catholic Irish-American heritage. As you know, we have Thursday's a big day for us. That's March 17th. St. Patrick's Day. We're going to celebrate Mass at 9 o'clock at Sacred Heart, Mallon Park, by our chaplain, Father John Titoni. A nice Irish name there, Father Titoni. And then we're going to come back to Long Beach for a little breakfast across the street at the saloon on Beach Street here. And the bus will take us to back to the St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York City.
That's right. Talk about what St. Patrick's Day means to you and what it means to the Irish community.
Well, you know, this year at St. Patrick's Day, it's the 250th anniversary of the parade. Originally, Howie, the parade was started by Irish conscripts in the British Army. And the British Army, the only time they let the Irish celebrate their Catholic heritage was on St. Patrick's Day, because we know the abuse and, what went on, the discrimination against the Catholics in Ireland. I've been watching the St. Patrick's Day Parade since I was 5 years old. I continued on when my other career when I was in the correction department in the city. I marched in the pipe band. I was president of the Yumel Society. I'm very proud of my Irish heritage. It's a great day, and you don't have to be Irish to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely, and you know what I love about Long Beach? Long Beach really loves St. Patrick's Day, and they really get behind their own. And I was on Beach Street on Saturday, and there was a huge contingent getting on the bus to watch Sean Monahan fight in Atlantic City. And he won. Let's give it up for Sean Monahan. Local boy who won another fight, but it just made me feel so good that so many people were getting on that bus in front of the saloon to represent and support one of their own. How does that make you feel?
Well, I just returned from New Orleans yesterday. I was down at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in New Orleans. It was the 10th anniversary of the Yumel Society. I didn't know that Sean won. I know the fight was Saturday. Very happy that Sean won. He's working hard. It's a credit to the community that a young kid like that could make something out of himself.
That's excellent. Let's give it up for Brian Sharkey.
Brian Sharkey!
All right. And I also want to mention two other young Irishmen who are celebrating right now for accomplishing something. Keegan Travers and Hunter O'Neill led the Long Beach hockey team to another state championship hockey. This is their second championship. They won in 2005. They won a state championship last week. So let's give it up for Hunter O'Neill, Keegan Travers, and the Long Beach State Championship hockey team.
Howie, if I might, this is Tom Monday. I just want to say that us Hibernians will be participating in the Rockville Center Parade this Saturday. It's one of the largest. They help us out with our St. Brendan's Day Parade in October, and we're going to reciprocate with a large outing this Saturday, Rockville Center. It's a great parade.
That's awesome. That's great. And one thing I know a lot of people in the Irish community are very excited about, St. John's is back. And the biggest fan in Long Beach is my main man, Eddie Digital. And so let's give it up to Eddie Digital and the St. John's Report.
Eddie!
Thank you, Halftime Howie. Eddie Digital here with the Red Storm Report, WGBB. We are now going to enter the eye of the storm. This week, March Madness begins. Tonight, the road to the Final Four. A record 11 Big East teams are in the NCAA tournament this year. 2 teams from the Metro New York area made it. LIU from Brooklyn and your St. John's Red Storm in the big dance this year. Now, the news is with the Red Storm is DJ Kennedy, one of our best players, unfortunately did suffer an injury at the Syracuse game in the Big East tournament. He has ended his college career, but St. John's is even that more fired up. The word on campus, the word is New York, is do it for DJ. We have something to prove, New York. We've been down and out for the past 6 years. We are back, and we are back with a vengeance. Not only are we doing it for DJ, we're going to do it for New York. St. John's has a lot to do this year with the NCAAs. In the New York Post today, Pete Gill from the Post, from CBS Sports, has St. John's going to the Sweet 16 on his picks. Halftime, Howie, I ask you, St. John's is playing their first game Thursday night, 9:45 p.m. on CBS, on St. Patrick's Day. Thank you, Brian. Yes, they are playing Gonzaga. The Post has them favored by 2. What do you think about that game, halftime?
I am going on record. I filled up my bracket this morning. I am picking St. John's, baby, to make the Final